All right, working on the beetle some more. This time working on the getting the cylinder head studs put back into the case. Now, a lot of people, whenever they strip the engine down, they may not take these studs out because of how tight they are in the case already. A lot of time they've got some kind of Loctite or something like that. But the one thing that we didn't realize when we took them all out, we took a picture of it together, but we didn't note that there are different length of the studs. And so as you can see here, we've got the case, we've got the crank and everything all put in the distributor. These are your cylinder head studs. Some manufacturers might call them case studs. I don't like that because you've actually got case studs here to bolt the case together. And so I would probably venture to say that 9 out of 10 of the retailers and such will call these guys cylinder head studs because ultimately your cylinders will fit down over it, and then your cylinder heads right there will go on top of that. Now, as we were going through it, we noticed that we had different lengths of these studs, and you have long, medium, and short. And we searched all over the internet. We couldn't really find what the order was supposed to be, and perhaps it was just common sense. So what we ended up doing was looking at the cylinder heads, and we figured out what it was supposed to be. So on these, as you can see, they're all different lengths. You've got these on the back, which actually this is the bottom. This is turned sideways, as you can see. So this is the bottom of the engine. The bottom row here, these four, are going to be long ones. And that's going to be on both sides, both the right side here and the left side there. You're going to have a total of 8 long ones to go on the bottom. But then there is kind of a little, wrench in the middle here. There's a 9th long one. And that 9th one, I'm going to end up turning the engine over here so you can see. There we go. So as you can see, I've rotated it about 180 degrees. The 9th long one actually goes right here in front of cylinder number 3. As you can see, there's a hole there. And that 9th long one, goes into that hole. It's real deep, and then it's threaded in the bottom. And as you can see, if I come over here, you can see it's very similar. We've got 4 of the long on the bottom, and then this is going to be your 9th long one. And then you have 3 mediums, and the mediums go on the top row on the outside. So we've got 1 medium right here, and then down here on the other side, we've got 2 medium and 3 medium. Those go on the top row on the outsides, and then on the top row of the insides are your shorts. You have 4 shorts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So again, you've got 4 long on each side on the bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 4 bottom row, 1, 2, 3, 4 bottom row. And then the 9th long one is going to be on the left side of your case here in front of cylinder number 3. Right here, there's a deep hole. And again, this is a Type 1. This is a 1600 cc engine. It's right here, cylinder 3. That's going to be a long one. And then your mediums are going to be on the outside. There's only 1 on the left side. And then on the right side, on your outside, 1, 2. And then on the center are your 2 shorts and 2 shorts. So hopefully that will help some of you in case you ever having to pull them out. The way that we ended up pulling them out, you can do one of 2 things. You can either put 2 nuts down on the top of these things to lock them together and then begin to peel them out. You just got to be really careful on these things because some of the cases might not have case savers. Ours did. Case savers are basically just another thread that these guys go into. So as you can see, it's kind of, it almost looks like a washer down there at the bottom. That's actually the case saver. So as you start to pull it out, it would actually pull that case saver out, which is another threaded unit that goes down into it, which really helps. And that way you don't, mess up your entire case here. And so to get them out, we actually ended up using a pipe wrench on these guys because they were so stubborn. We didn't want to mess up the threads on the end, and so we used a small pipe wrench. put it down as low as we could, and just used some leverage, and it finally ended up coming out. But once they come out, you just got to make sure that you put them back in the right order. We also chose to put Loctite on the threads on the bottom because we're not planning on taking them out ever again. So, and as you can see, we ended up spraying these. Basically what I did is I just held the end with a piece of paper and sprayed it so that I didn't get a whole lot of spray on the threads. And that way we can match these rods to the case, because the cylinders are black and they're going to go over it, and that way it'll stand out. So that's basically it for your cylinder head stud installation.